we've come out of the pandemic, and there's an awful lot of people who are permanently changed in terms of how they view the role of work in their life. And some people have become increasingly cynical about it and said work is basically a transaction. And other people have come at it in a really different way and said, no. Work could be a place, a domain in my life where I get to feel myself, see myself, express myself. It can be that. And we know that when that happens, when somebody feels like my work shows me at my best, then all sorts of other good things happen. I'm less likely to steal. I'm less likely to miss work days. I am more likely to stay, less likely to be interviewing for another job. It really depends upon how you see work. Because if you see work as an interruption into your life, and there are some jobs clearly that are not designed at all to help you see yourself. They really are an interruption in your life. And if you see work like that, it is basically psychologically bad for you. But the point of work, like other domains of your life, like your relationships, like your hobbies, like your community work, all those domains are opportunities for you to discover that which you love and to express that which you love. Work is just one of them. We should be thinking, how do I move through each of the domains of my life and draw psychological nourishment somehow from each of them? Well, the good thing about remote work was that people got to be an adult. Before the pandemic, you were treated like a child at work. Lots of rules, lots of regulations, lots of checkups, because you couldn't be responsible for organizing your time, so we will organize it for you. And the remote work situation, people had to figure out ways of being productive at home, which is hard because kids are running around and pets are running around. But actually, many companies had some of their most productive times in the last 2 years. Given the chance, many people can use their time wisely. Now, we find that something about the office is good for us, which, of course, is the interaction part. We do about 75,000 surveys every year. And so we know now, clearly, that the most productive work arrangement, by a long margin, it's hybrid. We like it when we get to choose when we can be by ourselves and productive in a way that fits us. And we like it when we come into the office and see one another. And so the best, and this is unequivocal. I mean, that is, the future of work is hybrid. And even with hospitality, even with teaching, there will be elements in which we allow people to choose how and when they're productive. How the best companies do that will probably determine whether those companies get to keep the best people. A leader is really, if you think about the job of a leader, we can write 15, 20 skills leaders are supposed to have, but really what a leader does is build confidence in followers. How they do it is a wee bit different for each leader, but the basic way they do it is by being vivid about the future. So the most powerful skill of the best leaders is specificity. Stories, examples, vignettes, anecdotes, specific heroes who embody what's around the corner. Those leaders, you look around you, the leaders that you follow are ones who go, oh, I know, oh, okay, the future's more of that. Oh. Right now, I'm fascinated by Elon Musk. Obviously, one of the greatest entrepreneurs in the last 100 years, totally revamped the entire car industry on the back of nothing. And by the way, he wasn't trying to sell cars. He was trying to sell charging stations. But right now, he is showing himself to be a really bad leader, like just a bad leader. His purchase of Twitter and his decision to charge for the little blue check mark on Twitter shows that he doesn't know yet what Twitter is for. Is it to enable celebrities to post, which is what it was for? We want people to post. We will pay you to post. Well, now he's flipped it around over the weekend because now you're going to pay to post. Okay, maybe that makes sense financially. I don't know, Elon, But from from the perspective of the people working for Twitter, or indeed the people on Twitter, we now don't know what it's for. Is it a place for the free exchange of ideas? In which case you've just got people now paying for it. So it'll actually now be the free exchange of people who can afford to pay to disseminate those ideas. Who does Twitter serve? I'm not disagreeing that you might need to pay for Twitter. I'm not disagreeing with his political beliefs. I don't know what he thinks. But as a leader, you can't be confusing. And right now, he's just being incredibly confusing to everyone who he should be trying to serve.